So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut up the plums, and we're going to fill this bowl all the way full. And I'll show you when we're done with that being all the way full, what we're going to do from there.
Is there a seed in there?
Yeah, we're cutting the seed out, and we're going to throw the seeds off to the side. And I'm going to throw those in the mulch bin and see if we don't get some wild plums. Who knows? Okay, after it's all mixed up, we are going to cover it with some plastic, put it in the refrigerator, and take it out tomorrow morning, and it'll be ready to make the jelly. Oh, got caught on the cabinet there, guys. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to sterilize the jars. So you have to put them in boiling water. Make sure you use these things or you will burn yourself to death. First thing we had to do was wash the jars with soap and hot water, and then rinse them, and now we're adding them in here. Then we're going to set all of these on this towel, and we'll set them upside down. That way, fill this whole area with these jars. Give them a minute to cool off. Okay, see, we just have them in a hot water bath. Standing up like that, we'll leave them in a few minutes. Then we have our canning pot getting ready to boil to actually put them once we mix all the stuff together. Okay, now we've taken the plums out. I put them in the refrigerator, like I said, for since last night. And usually you're supposed to do it about 6-7 hours, but I just left them overnight. With the sugar combination that's inside of it, I have 2 cups of sugar inside this, and it sat all night long, and it made quite a bit of juice and stuff. So plums make its own nectarine, so let's get these on the stove and get them cooked. While you're cooking these, you guys, you want to stir them the whole time, and you want to bring them to a boil. Just keep it stirring because it'll burn. Here it is, and you just want to constantly stir it. You can tell if it's done by how the juice looks. Right now it looks like water. It's going to get thicker as it goes along because of the nectarine, the natural nectarine that's in plums, and the sugar that we put in. So it's going to have to cook for a while longer. It's just getting started actually, so it's going to be a while. You can tell if it's getting done by the juice. If the juice just pours like that, it's not even close to being done. So yesterday, Don got back from Montana, and I told him that we were going to go to some lady's house that was offering to sell her plums. So she was offering to sell the plums for $1 a pound. I told her I would take 20. Well, when I got to her house, this happened. All these bags are full of plums. So there's like 45 pounds, 50 pounds of plums there. So we will be making a lot of jam. Now Don has a freeze dryer, so we'll also be freeze drying a bunch of them. And when you freeze dry them, they last up to 25 years when you put them in those Marlar bags. So we'll be doing that also. It just now is starting to become a little bit of a boil, so, but I noticed that they are getting a little bit softer, so you just want to keep stirring it as it boils for a while. Now I like mine to be not quite so thick, so I'm going to blend it for just a second. Okay, it is all the way to the boiling point. And again, you want to stand and stir it. Don't quit because it'll burn. We're going to do a test here in just a moment to see how it runs. Usually people use a white plate to do this. I don't have a white plate. Actually my plates are almost the same color as this. So we're going to use a lid, a white lid. Okay, we tried to just get a little bit of the juice out, and it is too runny. So it needs to cook for a little bit longer. Okay, it looks like it is getting a lot thicker, a little slower pouring off, and just in general the whole batch is thicker, so I think we leave it about another 5 minutes. So far it's been on probably about 30 minutes. So we'll leave it another 5 or 10 minutes and then we'll put it into our jars. And the final test. It's much thicker. See how slow it's going down? That means it's ready. Okay, and so now what I'm doing is I'm filling every one of the jars, probably about an inch or so, half an inch from the top. Put just a little more in that one. And then I'm passing them on to Don.
So what I'm doing is the little spillage right there. You don't want any leaks. Any place where this stuff can leak. So you take a wet wash rag, wipe your rim, place your lid, put a screw cap on it, and you don't want to crank down on it. All you want to do is turn it finger tight till it starts rolling in your hand. That's good enough. That's all you do. So.
Okay, now we're going to take them out of the water. We're going to set them over here, and hopefully we'll hear a pop in just a minute on them. Looks like they gelled up pretty good, actually. And the last jar. We're going to turn that off, take a little break for a little bit. Hopefully we hear them pop in just a minute, guys.
Okay, everybody, we just got finished processing 45 pounds of plums. Got 5 gallon bags of frozen for later use for pies and stuff like that. We got about, there's a couple of other jars. There's, I think we counted 36 jars of jam. There are 3 big bags of freeze-dried and 1 jar for snacking. We found a lady that was selling plums for $1 a pound. So we bought 40 pounds. She threw an extra 5 in just because we bought so many. And we brought them home and started processing, and we're finally finished. This will last us quite a while, I think. Went to the grocery store to get a couple of gallons of milk on the way home and looked at plums at the store, and they were $3 a pound, so I think we scored pretty good. If you like this, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. See you next trip.